Mic check, 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 check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, 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 check. Cannot even. That's pretty good. Skeeter meter. Forecast. Hey Pete, what's happening, buddy? Very little in San Antonio. Wait till you see some of the total south. Very, very impressive. We're going to take a look at the inception of this low. Good evening. Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. It's Monday night, and yet we still have very impressive thunderstorms over Laredo. Webb County now, a good portion of it, under a flash flood warning right over Laredo, where they have just been hit series after series of storms coming in from the south across Mexico. That line is really one of the last remaining. I mean, I can still see some impulses out in the Gulf of Mexico coming on shore, a little bit of a, sea breeze effect there. But look, still marching up 35, some very impressive rain and thunderstorms. So you can see there's the flash flood warning in effect until 10 p.m. tonight. Oh, it's Zapata County, actually. Oh, okay. It's zeroed in on that one. If I do this, now we'll get the Webb one until 10:45. Good portion of Webb County. Well, Webb County is enormous, but you get the idea. Laredo this has been a lot of rain, and we'll take a look at the total along with the others in just a moment. I want to first back this up 2 days and show you this system develop. Remember, if you were with me last week, we talked about a 10% chance, that's all it had, of closing circulation becoming a tropical depression. It didn't matter. Look at the amount of moisture. Look at that counterclockwise spin and that area of low pressure. Very mature system, marches in south of Corpus Christi, goes west south of Laredo, exits into and starts lifting a little north through the mountains of Mexico. It's like it met some resistance and said, I'm going to find the path of least resistance and move a little farther north. And so these lines continue to, wrap themselves, or at least attempt to, around the storm center. That's the objective of each line that forms. Now, embedded in these lines today, several little spin-up tornadoes. Directional wind shear, when we're seeing a lot of direction of wind in one spot, several different areas, and it's not necessarily vertical wind shear as much as it was directional. With the friction of this storm coming onshore, as well as that directional shear, we get these little EF0, EF1 tornadoes. So while we're here, and I'm talking about that, I would like to put down a storm report estimate, and let's see exactly what storm reports we may have seen. So let's get into a county view here. We're going to have to take off the watch and warning. Let's take off the radar. Let's take off the lightning. And let's see local storm reports. There we go. So see, no tornado confirmed. There was a tornado warning near Hondo. There was a tornado warning near Pearsall, both between about 12 and 2 p.m. this afternoon. But notice it's mostly all flood. What are small? Let's make those a little larger, shall we? Where are you? Property. How do I make those larger? The only one was near Freer. And that was a funnel cloud, not a tornado. There was a way I saw it last time about how to make those a little larger icons, but it's mostly flooding. Probably won't use this anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. All right, so let's get back to some lightning, some radar, and some looping, shall we? So yeah, Laredo. Wow. This is going to be impressive. You ready? Look at this. Now this is over 2 days. And you can see the total. Look at this. Okay, I'm really curious right here. South of Freer, just north of Hebronville. This is going to be big. 15 inches of rain in 2 days. That's half our annual average in 2 days. That is incredible. East of Laredo, you see where we are. There's Alice, Texas. Falfurrias, Corpus Christi. Wow. And remember, these are radar estimates. The white, 11 inches. The blue is going to be 9, almost 10. Near Laredo, we're running close to 8. And most of that's been tonight. Wow. Tonight. Because they were in the bullseye, I mean, of getting the training effect of that squall line that was on the easternmost edge of the low. Another little pocket of 15 near 281 in Encino. That's insane. Wow. And look how fast it tapers off. I mean, once you get to Atascosa County, it falls off fast. So these totals here, near Pearsall, 4. Near Poteet, 1/2 inch. San Antonio, the airport, 1/4 inch. And that's on the money. Well, it was right at 2/10. So a Doppler estimate compared to an actual reading, if they're within 1/10 of an inch, that's pretty good. Jonathan, yeah, hill country. Look at Kerrville, Bernie, nothing doing. Not a drop. And that was expected. I mean, this system was expected to stay south. We talked about it Thursday and Friday of just kind of lower Texas coast, west into Mexico. We would be on the northern fringe and maybe get a 1/2 inch. I mean, it wasn't much of a forecast total anyway, you know. That's something. Yeah, here's the official from the San Antonio International Airport. 1/1800ths of 1 inch. Now we're over 3/10 for the month of August. Halfway there. Looked like it was raining more than that in Divine. It did look heavy in Divine. It really did. Let's take a look and just show you what San Antonio saw most of today. We'll go 12 hours. There's a clip. It'll start now. You'll see the rain. Oh, we got more than that. Let's go back 18. Yeah, there's the overnight. Showers were light, and then it dissipated and just kind of slid. As the system slid west, so did this outer edge. That was the outer edge band. That's why Seguin, there's a little bit of rain early this morning, and that was it. The same with New Braunfels. Didn't see enough. But the good news is that we're going to talk about tonight. It won't be long before we're getting more rain. Now, you can wash the car. Let's start there and say that, because I'm definitely wanting to wash mine. It's filthy. Tomorrow. You know, if you want to wash the car early tomorrow, you're going to get through Wednesday, most of Thursday, possibly. There's a better chance we stay dry Thursday, but the rain chances really get going on Thursday for our next event. And we're running about 30% now on Thursday and even into Thursday night. Certainly not a guarantee, but we should get some rain between Thursday and Friday. So now the model, this is going to be the HRRR, which handled this situation very well. That's what's interesting about each scenario. What's the scenario? Here we go, yo. Is that it's case by case. I mean, from one system to the next, one model could outperform another. And you watch for which one is doing the best job, and you stick with it. Unless it just gets, you know, crazy and goes out to lunch on a prediction, and you can see that early. You stick with it. Dance with the one who brought you, right? Any expectations on Rock Springs? No rain in Rock Springs, Jonathan, I'm afraid. Well, I say that. I'm seeing a couple showers near Rock Springs right there after midnight tonight. So maybe a couple showers, but nothing measurable. Then tomorrow, a couple of little isolated spots pop in the late afternoon, evening. But other than that, a dry forecast. Oh, look at that. Even Wednesday, as early as Wednesday. Okay, I see you. We'll take it. But I think it'll be Thursday, Friday. Go ahead and stop this right about there. And let me show you why. And this is interesting. This is pretty interesting. There's going to be see that good trough in the northeast, that huge dip that goes through Washington, our nation's capital. Pete says we'll take anything. Absolutely. Tribe Called Quest, Latanya, there we go. What's the scenario? Okay, so that's a northwest flow right there. See it? Big low over New York, Washington, Toronto. Okay? Now we see it really enhanced Friday morning. Okay? Enhanced northwest flow is what I'm talking about. And see, with that, there's going to be a weak frontal boundary that comes into Texas. Now, it really looks like it's going to go more to the southeast and be a bit of a glancing blow for us. So early predictions are that maybe the hill country gets a drop in temperatures significant enough. I say significant, that's probably too big a word for that. Noticeable enough, but not in the city. I mean, we're not going to see a drop in temperatures to say, whoa, that's a cold front. We'll see a north to northwest wind, hopefully, but maybe for half a day on Thursday, Friday, in that time frame, somewhere in there, maybe about 6 to 8 hours of a north-northwest wind. because it's just not cold front time yet. So this one will come in and shift more towards Louisiana. So again, we'll get that glancing blow on this front, but we will be able to at least get some convection, because the front will act as a good lifting mechanism on what will be some rich dew point atmosphere for us. We're not going to lose our humidity. So we will go into this with good humidity in place, front drives through, and we get a good chance of rain Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. Those are the 3 days. Now, take a look. It's very similar to what we're seeing, and some of this has to do with tonight, okay? Some of these rainfall totals, because in the next 7 days, that includes tonight. So you can see the Rio Grande is where it picks up really fast and goes up to another inch of rain for Valverde County. Look at the layers in Valverde County going all the way up to, what is that, about 3 inches? But then notice that along this front I'm talking about is what you're seeing in the hill country and near San Antonio, because we really won't see rain until then, Thursday. And it's pockets of half an inch in that blue, 3/4 to maybe an inch. So that's good. Over 2 days, maybe 3, because I think I'm going to keep a slight chance in for Saturday right now. Feather, happy Monday to you as well. The rain's so lovely. Yes, I agree. I agree. Carpenters used to say, rainy days and Mondays get me down, but not when you're in an exceptional drought. Exceptional drought. So rainy days and Mondays always get you up and get you going and get us excited when we're talking about it in this kind of drought. Bring me some rain, James Jarrett. Still only one syllable, right? We've got more in the forecast. I know Bernie, I know that's where James is. You did not get much up there at all. 2.5 at 6-Shooter Junction. Kennedy, Texas. Oh, yeah, Brandon, what's going on? Here's to Kennedy, Texas. Love you guys down there. That's a good soaker, 2.5. Probably not till, like I say, Thursday and Friday. And this is coming from the north, so it's a bit more of a chance for us in the hill country than it is for you to your south, to our south. Ruben, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Barron's and Bernie, too. Barron and Bernie. Bernie's Barron. Barron Bernie. They call him Barron Bernie. Here he comes now. They call him Barron Bernie. What's up, y'all? Sorry. I don't know what just happened. The Bernie bubble. We learn about that in meteorology. The Bernie bubble. One thing about the rain, it sure is. That's right, Brian. That is correct. Albert, Laredo. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, getting a lot of rain. Not tonight, Golnar. It'll be probably Thursday. I think Thursday will be the next chance. Well, be the next opportunity that Wednesday, we might be able to say there's a chance on Wednesday, but it's not a big one. I'm not putting it in yet. We'll see what the models do tomorrow. 3/8 of an inch southwest of the city. We'll definitely take it. Nope, nada. No rain. Been a disappointment on the northwest for every tropical depression, hurricane, spinning water thing. Spinning water thing. Any spinning water thing. I always remember Harvey. Devastating. Devastating. And it was 60+ inches of rain in southeast Texas, right? We had half an inch in San Antonio. Seguin had about 7-8 inches of rain. But we had a Category 2 hurricane in Goliad, okay? Almost, 2 counties to our south and east, and we still only got half an inch of rain. Not really, Alan. I mean, a very small one, We'll see what the drought report shows us by Thursday. It will be included because, remember, they shut the books on Tuesday and then prepare it on Wednesday, release it on Thursday. So the drought report's going to include today and yesterday's rain. Hope it rains this weekend. My littles wanted to go play in the rain puddles today, but they're down. Oh, no. Hope they feel better. Yeah, Chris, I would say Thursday, Friday, better than a Saturday chance at only 20%. Can I send birthday wishes to Freddie Bustamante out in Del Rio? Anna, well, of course. You know how we do it. Happy birthday, Freddie Bustamante. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños from the Ken's 5 Digital Center in San Antonio to Del Rio down Highway 90, not too far at all, but kind of far, to you. Here it is to Freddie tonight. Happy birthday, brother. All right. Wow, that's good coffee. That's Starbucks Pike Place coffee, and it's good to the last drop. Although that was the Maxwell House phrase, wasn't it? Good to the last drop? I think that's right. Of course, if you've been here with me on my weekly or nightly, weeknight Facebook Lives, you know the old Chock full of nuts song was my favorite. Chock full of nuts is that heavenly coffee, better coffee a millionaire's money can't buy. That was the big one when I was growing up. I heard that a lot. I was a big TV kid, so I knew a lot of commercial jingles. Julie, are we almost ready? You sure? Yeah. I don't want to interrupt. No, you're good. Because what's happening over there is very important. Julie, our executive now, producer, our producer extraordinaire.
Sure.
Okay. Right?
Yeah, without my main girl, Megan.
Right, yeah, we bid
okay.
farewell to Megan, was our executive producer. 4 years at Ken's. But her husband, Air Force, thank you, Marcus, for serving. Marcus Pettis. He's being reassigned to Delaware. So, and they don't have breakfast tacos in Delaware.
They sure don't.
They don't have carne guisada in Delaware. Nope.
I feel bad for her.
Bell. And you know what else they don't have? I'll tell you what else they don't have. They don't have Check In with Julie on what's coming up on Kids 5 News at 10. We're checking with Julie on what's coming up. I said we're checking with Julie. Checking with Julie on what's coming up on Kids 5 News at 10. Jazz hands.
Some spirit fingers.
Hands. Yeah, just a little something.
Something extra to add.
I know, even on a Monday.
On a Monday, you're right. We needed that on a Monday.
Friday night thing? Not with me.
We needed that today.
You know, here's the box. I'm out here. I think outside the box, Julie.
Of course you do.
Why not on a Monday night?
Why not? Start of a new week. We need that. We need that kind of energy.
Stop. You can only hope to contain me. I'm not going to stop.
You really can't. We've tried. Not possible.
Not when I'm getting the Pike Place in me. Sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit. I like that about you.
But what's coming up tonight? What's your favorite?
All right. Okay, so I'm going to give you a story. I don't know. It is my favorite today. I'm going to go ahead and say it. So it's a verify piece.
Oh, the verify piece.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how y'all feel about verify. I'm very proud of this franchise, we call them in the business here. Verify. This is when we take experts, and it started with the 2016. Did it go back that far? 2020. I think it was the 2020 election.
2020.
Probably 2020 election. Tegna, our parent company, said, why don't we verify some of these things you hear about online? Talk to experts, because things spread so fast, like wildfire on Facebook, Instagram. Well, let's find out if it's really true. Talk to an expert or two or three.
Yeah.
It's usually more than one. So tonight.
Usually, yeah, more than one source who's just verifying the viral claims being spread online. Is there any truth to it? If not, they explain, it gives you more context.
And what I like is we have a conclusion that at the end says yes, or it says no. It says either true or false, no gray area. There's hardly been any time where we don't know. No, it's been definitive every time. So, with that said, tonight's Verify.
Tonight's Verify. So I don't know if you remember, but last month, a UPS driver collapsed in front of a home while he was delivering a package.
On the Ring camera, I remember.
Yeah, so that led to a lot of people saying, do UPS delivery trucks have air conditioning? What's the deal there? So tonight we do give you an answer, and we explain a little bit more.
And that was in Arizona?
It was in Arizona,
yes. It was
Arizona.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We're, of course, very hot.
Very.
Oh, my gosh.
So we'll give you an answer tonight.
It is a dry heat, and that does make a little difference, but that poor gentleman,
I know.
It was so bad. It was so sad to watch. He's delivering a package, and right there on the porch, if you haven't seen it, you'll see it again tonight in tonight's Verify. Julie, thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're busy. I appreciate you so much. Speaking of, there was a climate report issued today that I really want to talk about. It got a lot of attention. Some climate studies are saying that the way things are going, we could see heat indices topping 125 degrees by the year 2053. So when I showed you that model a moment ago, and the different models that we look at, and we say one model performs really well from one scenario to the next. We choose which one is doing the best job with a given situation. It's a case-by-case thing, right? Same goes with everything that they're projecting with climate change. Don't forget that. These are model predictions. And so far, they haven't been that good. There were a lot of predictions. If you go back to Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth, we've already been past several years that certain things were lining up and were going to happen unless we took action, and didn't happen. So, and I'm not poo-pooing on the whole thing. I'm just saying these are model predictions. Take them for what they're worth, and they're model predictions on things that are hard to look at a record on, because we've never used models this way, okay? So we have nothing to really say like, oh, this model's performing better than the other. Not really, because we don't know yet, okay? Anyway, because we're going so far in the future. Now, climate is always going to change, okay? I'm not saying, and yeah, of course it's possible to hit we had heat indices this summer to our south at 113, 114. I saw them. I reported them live. 112, 113. It was always Beeville. It was always Cotulla, Carrizo Springs, all those communities to our south. When they got the humidity and that desert-like heat, and when those locked up together, we were hitting some of those ridiculous heat indices. So is that achievable? Absolutely. What I have seen in climate change, the real one, not just the politics of it, that the desert Southwest is slowly migrating east. Now, keep in mind, that doesn't mean that if we're hitting 125 in 2053, we're hitting 130 by 2075. No. It doesn't work that way. There's ebb and flow. It's the atmosphere. It's very fluid, literally. When we say it's a fluid situation, there's no more fluid situation than the atmosphere. Okay, the oceans. But you know what I'm saying. And so the point being that we could see this rise, but then we could see the cooling. Like, for instance, we reported in this same newscast, and I pointed out to Audrey Castellano because she was like, this is kind of scary if we're going to see these kind of numbers in 10, 15, 20 years. I said, well, hey, here, look at this. The monsoonal rains that are occurring in the Southwest, it's a seasonal thing. It's almost annual. This is the worst it's been in decades, or a decade actually, 10 years. They're getting the heaviest rain they've seen. What does that do? It drops temperatures, it cools things. So keep in mind that there can be variables that are going to occur. We could get a wet summer, spring, and temperatures are all brought down. Could get, a cold winter, or, just all these different variables that'll have an influence on temperatures. Plus, we've always seen cycles. Don't forget that. Everything on the planet's operating life has been cyclical. We've gone into an ice age, we've come out of an ice age. That's a tremendous amount of cooling. That's been a tremendous amount of warming without any influence of us. So the planet is the planet. We're just on it. Enough said. Love you guys. We got to go get ready for the 10 o'clock newscast. Again, chances of rain coming back Thursday. I would still wash the car. I'm washing mine. Chili sang happy birthday to Don Bush. Oh, come on. They don't sing as good as I did. I sang to Don Bush, too. Pete, 80s, acid, exactly, 2000s, polar caps going to melt. 70s, ice, we're going into the ice age. Very true, Pete. Very true. Oh, thank you. More singing, Italia. Thank you. I need to go to San Pedro Park and do a rain dance. San Pedro Park. Did you know that it's the second oldest park in the United States? Bet you didn't know that. True story. First park was like in the year 17 or 16 something in Boston. Number 2 park, San Pedro Park, San Antonio. It rained about 6 inches in, okay, thank you, sir. Danny, good to see you, brother. Good to see you. All right, guys, God bless y'all. Have a wonderful night. We'll see you at 10.